All right, today I have with me Lisa or Lisa.
Lisa.
Lisa, it's Russian for sure. And Miyuki?
Mayuki.
Mayuki. Okay, tell us a little about yourselves, guys.
You go first.
You can keep it short, I promise you. It's not like that. Go ahead.
Alright, cool. I work a lot. I smoke weed a lot. And I like to skate.
A lot?
Skateboard.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to skateboard a lot. I actually went on a little skate date today.
Skate date?
Mm-hmm.
How'd that happen?
So I can't drive yet, legally, unfortunately. But so I catch the bus, and this one guy, hi baby, he saw me on the bus, like right after I was done, just like bawling my eyes out, and he was like, "Hey, I thought you were really cute. Can I maybe get your Instagram?" And I was like, "Okay." And so we just like started texting, and then yeah.
What did he look like?
He's full Korean.
Oh.
A little bit darker. He's cute.
Mm-hmm. And how old are you? Did I ask that already?
18.
18. And you, Lisa?
I'm 25.
And tell us about yourself.
I am from New Jersey. I am a.
Where's the New Jersey accent?
The New Jersey accent is not real.
She had to ditch it.
Oh.
No, I never had one. Thank goodness. But I was originally born in Ukraine, so maybe that's why I don't have it. I am a NICU nurse here on Oahu. Been living here for 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. And your background, you guys said Ukrainian Jew and you just Ukrainian,
Just
right?
Ukrainian
Okay.
and Ukrainian Jew.
Yeah, Ukrainian Jew. And are you guys single?
Yes.
No.
You're not single. You're in a relationship.
Oh.
You guys really don't know each other well, do you?
No. We catch up with each other, and like I thought that her ex was still her ex, but
We meet like bi-weekly, so
Yeah.
things change.
So you guys do know each other.
yeah.
Your sarcasm.
We do.
Okay.
I don't know if I should say why.
We met
though.
2 months ago.
Also, you guys did really meet 2 months ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay. So let's focus on, hopefully you'll spill some details about your relationship. All right. So is this guy you're talking to, is this the first guy you've ever talked to since you're 18? I don't know. Have you ever been in a
No.
relationship before?
Yeah, I have one ex specifically.
Okay. Tell me about that.
We're dating for like close to 2 years. We were like really, really close. I thought we were twin flames at one point. I mean, I still kind of do, because it would really make sense how we're like both good and bad for each other. He brings out a lot of good in me, but also a lot of bad.
How so?
I have borderline personality disorder,
Okay.
so I tend to be really unstable. So, like my image, or if there's like a threat that I might be abandoned or left by somebody that I hold dear to me, I kind of just melt down, and I do everything that I can that I think is reversing the abandonment threat.
Isn't that the same thing as attachment? Like you have attachment issues?
It's more abandonment issues. It's not really.
Oh, okay.
attachment.
Yeah, abandonment issues. Okay. So you experienced that when you were
We're
breaking
growing
up. Well, no, when you were
Oh.
breaking up.
Yes, a lot. But overall, I mean, I'm doing really well. And
When did you guys break up?
like last year, I want to say before summertime, and then recently he came back into my life for like, I want to say like 3 weeks, and it
Oh.
didn't end that well.
And they never do. It's just one more like a quickie kind of thing.
Right. I mean, it wasn't really like that. We didn't intend for it to be like that, but I mean, things go south, and I guess I kind of knew in my heart that things would go that way.
Older than you by a lot?
No, only like, I want to say like 8 months. 4 months, actually.
Was there any cheating?
No, but he did actually get with his ex, like, right
Oh,
after me.
that means there was cheating.
He kind of, yeah.
And what about you when you broke up? What did you do right after? Did you immediately stay single or you continued looking?
I kind of, like, hooked up with a couple of people, and then, like, just
A couple of people.
I'm more like 2. Actually, 1. I hooked up with one person. And
When you
just,
say
like,
one, did he have multiple personalities? That's why you said 2? I'm just kidding.
That's a good question.
yeah, I was
She was like, look at me. That's a thing?
No, but no, yeah, I'm actually doing really well. I just started like focusing on myself a lot, and like working, and just trying to like really process everything, and I was learning how to really sit with my own emotions and like sit with myself for copious amounts of time. I mean, I didn't have anybody that I could really turn to, and he had, or really not stole, but a lot of the people that we knew, like, I'm unstable, so they kind of drifted to him.
Interesting. Okay. And then Lisa, tell me about your relationship that you're in right now.
Well.
What number is this?
3.
Okay. 3, not 30.
3.
I heard 30.
I'm 25. That's pretty
okay, 3.
solid, right?
3 is pretty good.
Right?
Yeah, that's not bad.
We met 'cause he was my roommate.
Here.
Yes.
Dude, you guys, so many stories like that.
Right. Wait,
so
actually?
Many, fuck yeah, there's a lot of them.
That. I feel like it's just, when you live with someone, it's just like bound to happen.
Yeah, but that's the thing. When people are like, oh, I'm in love with him, I'm like, bro, you would have been in love with anyone you had a roommate with, you know?
Not true.
I think that is to a degree.
Really?
That's
No
true.
way.
Depends on the person.
It does, but like there's a higher probability, I think. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, fine. And also, like, I don't think we would have met
Any other way.
in any other way. Yeah.
Right.
He's a little bit older.
How much older?
I think you're gonna ask that. He's 38.
Okay, that's not bad.
25. So like I don't know. Yeah, I feel like
Was that a turnoff for you when he told you initially?
no.
So you're into older men in the beginning?
No, not
You're
at
not?
all.
Okay.
That was not like a thing. And actually, I guess at first I was like, oh, that's like a big difference. But then also, like my sisters are older, and I feel like they have very like young personalities, or not young personalities, just like I can get along with them well. So there's no like barrier when it comes to age. It's like we are like-minded, and so when I found out his age, it was fine, and we actually were just friends and roommates for a couple of months, and then things escalated.
So you're dating your roommate. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Before that, any other relationships that stand out in terms of like toxicity and interesting stories you could share?
I guess like especially because you're 18 and in high school, right? I dated a guy for 6 years, and we started dating when I was 16. Dated for a while, like through college a little bit, and he played junior hockey. So he wasn't in college yet. He was a year older than me, and he was like not going to school yet. So he was like a 21-year-old freshman. So we just had different so I went to college. I went to University of Alabama. It's like really fun party school. There's a lot going on. I was in sorority, and I was just like very loyal. I went out all the time, but like sorority wise, like I never like brought dates to functions and stuff like that, just because I had a boyfriend. And then he went to school finally. He was a freshman, and like he was the worst, literally the worst. So I get a little butthurt when I like think about him
goals.
taking like I was like I was so good for so many years, and then you go to college right away and you suck. Like that's annoying.
What did he do?
He did cheat actually.
How'd you find out?
I found out after we broke up, luckily. So I just didn't like how he was behaving in school. So I was like, I don't deserve this. Broke up with him after, I think it was like just Christmas break. So he was only in school for one semester. I was like, no. And then the end of the next semester, I found out that it was literally from my best friend from home that found out like from her roommate in college that was best friends with like one of those like weird connections. And
best friends, aunties, uncles,
yeah, like
cousins,
literally like
everything,
everyone. And she just was like, hey, I don't even think you care anymore, but this happened. And definitely still cared.
It's a reliable source?
Oh yeah. So then I knew he told me also.
He told you?
He ended up eventually.
I mean, what's the point after you break up? Like, I would probably just keep it quiet.
Well, so no, it wasn't like easy to get that information out. It just took a lot of work. But I needed to know. It was driving me crazy. I was like, did you or did you not? Because also
That's interesting why you still cared.
Because this girl
she gave you too many details.
No, when I went to visit him, she was there. Like she was literally around us all the time, apparently. So it was more so like the curiosity.
They love that. What do you mean? You guys love doing that. Oh, he's just a friend. When we say it, we know we're full of shit, but you guys actually believe that. So do you guys have a taste in terms of men?
White boys.
White boys. You just told me the guy who picked you up is Korean.
I mean, I like Asian guys too, but like
preference is white.
No, I just recognize like, I see someone that like, they have like a nice side profile, and they're like, let's say they're blonde, and then I'm like, I recognize that I typically like notice them more.
It's normal.
Yeah. Then I just was like, yeah, I mean, I guess, and my ex is full white too, so.
So you like blonde hair, blue eyed guys?
Well, it was just more distinct that, like, I noticed I was, like, you know, noticing them more, and I could be like, oh yeah, they're definitely white, you know. Yeah, he did have blonde hair and blue eyes, but they're not, like, exactly my type. I actually really like brunette guys.
What about like personality wise? You like bad boys or softies?
Everyone likes bad.
Yeah, but
No, some girls they
love red
like.
flags.
No, some girls really like.
Honestly.
simps.
So attractive.
I really like sweet guys. I like when they're sweet. But
You
I
see,
like,
that's not. She doesn't like that.
Yeah,
one.
what?
I mean, you know, they have to be playful, like in that sense of like, oh, negative, not negative, but just like, you know, bad boy, like playing around type shit. Like, just he gotta know how to rizz me up. He's gotta be sweet. Yes, he's gotta be sweet though.
That's not true always. Sometimes.
Toxicity mixed in with a little sweetness. And you?
Whoever said anything about toxicity?
Yeah, no, that. Maybe I don't think this says much anymore, but like I used to always just say like I like Persian, like dark. Yeah, no, like so random because no one I've ever dated looks like that.
Right.
But I think I just like found guys like this attractive.
That's interesting. I think I know why. Because when people have hair like yours and eyes like yours, they want the complete opposite.
You think? Because
That's what I
I
hear.
also like think like blonde hair and blue eyes is cute.
Okay, so basically you don't know what you want.
And
Go ahead.
so my first boyfriend was like that, and then last one, they're all white guys and like brown hair ish. The first one was blue eyes, blonde hair actually.
They'd be golden retrievers, like seriously.
Yeah.
What about personality? Bad guys or sweet guys?
Okay, so obviously sweet, but I have had, just like looking back at the guys I would just talk to for a little bit, the guys that were like just so nice and like too nice, like too nice, you just like never want them because they're always there and they're always just willing to like do everything for you.
Hardcore golden retriever energy.
Yeah.
But have you ever been attracted physically to the people who are like super nice to you?
Yeah.
And
But
even
then-
though they're too nice, it's a turn off.
Yeah, but and like when it's that case, because that was my second boyfriend, he was just like literally an angel, the best, nicest person ever, and I was attracted to him. But then I feel like this was when I was younger, when we were dating, and I just was like, oh, he's just like too much, like he was just too nice.
You feel like
Which
you're
is-
gonna let them down almost.
Yeah, like I don't even know what it is. It's just like you want the one that is a chase. And like I feel like now I'm not like this as much,
Yes, the chase.
but I used to be like that a lot more. So, but like am I like that still?
I think
so.
I think everybody's kind of like
Right,
that.
like it's just like a natural human behavior. Like you want what you can't have sometimes.
Yeah.
But obviously they have to be nice. I really like funny, outgoing guys. I feel like everyone that I've dated is like I wouldn't say I'm like quiet and reserved, but I'm not like crazy outgoing and like just nuts. And I feel like literally all three of the people I've dated were very polar opposite of me.
Okay, so the next topic is flings. Tell me the flings you've been in because you guys are talking about very respectfully about your relationships in the past. We wanted to hear some dirt. So let's talk about flings.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Any stories that you've had on flings?
start this
Bad
off?
dates?
So there was this one guy in college, again, very, very nice boy, like so sweet, respectful. And so I was kind of, this was like very much like we weren't like exclusive or anything. I was kind of also seeing this other guy that was like kind of more of the chase. So the nice guy, both were so attractive and like so nice and funny and whatever, all the things. And so the one that was really nice, so it was time to go home for summer from school. He lived in New Jersey too. We like started hanging out a little bit at home, and there was one night, it wasn't that long that we were home, like maybe a month. So like our whole like just hooking up thing was like less than 2 months. So I invite him to the city one night, and we're sitting at a restaurant before going out with my friends, and at the table he looks at me and he's like, I love you. And I got up, I was like, I have to go pee. So I went to the bathroom. I was like, this is too weird. So then fast forward like maybe a couple days. So he really wanted me to come to where he lives and like to take me out to dinner and stuff like that. So I do that, and I was gonna pick him up on the way. So I get to his house, and his whole family is there, entire family.
Oh, it's fucking hella weird.
And he's like, come in. Like, what do you mean come in? I was like, I'm not meeting them. So it was me, and then like literally 12 of his closest family members sitting in a circle. Like, I was sitting there just literally getting interviewed, full blown.
Whoa.
He told them that we were dating. It was just so not fun. But then the other guy, the one that was like, you know, bad boy-ish. So when my parents came to school, like at the end of the semester, I brought them out to a bar with me. And this was like his bar, actually all my friends' bar, but he was just there. And I was like, okay, like I'm literally just hooking up with this kid, like whatever. Like I do not have to introduce him to my family. It's weird. He comes up to my stepdad and he literally goes, "I'd like to have your daughter's hand in marriage."
Wow.
I was like,
Way too fast, buddy.
Fun fact, this is like a month ago.
This was a month ago?
No. That was literally 3 years ago. A month ago, I get a package in the mail. And he sent me a Gucci bag, jersey kind of. It was like a t-shirt with a number on it. And a piece of paper with a number on it that I don't know what the number means. And I know it wasn't his sport number either. It was like 22 or something. And I never texted him or anything after it, so I don't know. Yeah, weird.
And your stories?
Ooh, I don't know. I never really like, until recently, I mean, I've only hooked up with this guy like twice, and we didn't, you know, like.
What have you learned from these hookups? How many hookups have you had?
A couple. I mean, like, I haven't like had like flings or I don't really know the difference between the definitions, but
It's technically the same thing. Hookups, flings. If you're not dating, you're flinging.
yeah, but I never like designated a person that I would like regularly, you know, hook up with, but I've hooked up with other people, yeah.
Have you developed feelings for any of them?
One guy I like almost liked, but he was a dick and he was really gross, and he had like, I'm dead ass telling you, like he owned up to 60 something for his body count.
Oh, he told you that?
Yeah, like everyone knows 60 something for his body count, and I was like, Jesus Christ, like he like makes it his goal when he goes out and stuff. And also I was 16 at the time and he was 19, so that was already a red flag. But
did he tell you?
Yeah, did he tell you? I want to know this too.
yeah, he told me his body
like
count.
in a braggy way?
Yeah, actually.
Oh wow, not at your age. You should know that.
No, yeah. And
I don't think at any age you should talk about body counts.
He had a really small dick.
Even if you're gonna marry the person.
Say that again one more time. He had a what?
I don't shame at all, but just the like small icing on the cake. It was really small.
His penis was small, so sex was bad.
Yeah, that's the main point. It's not that his dick is small, it's just that the sex was bad.
Maybe that's why he was bragging about body count.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Compensate.
But yeah, he was like a total dick, and like now he's like popping up back into like
your life.
My friend, no, not in my life, but in my friend groups, like talk shit type. Yeah, he's coming up again, so don't know what to do with that. But he was just like a horrible person, and he's like into like really weird shit, like sex
wise.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what? Tell us.
I think he was into the fact that I was 16.
Oh.
So.
No. That's not even the beginning of it. I don't know if I should be saying this, but like, he has like a mouse pad. He's into like a lot of hentai. He's into like inflation. If you know what that is.
What's hentai?
Oh. It's like anime sex.
Oh.
Like anime porn, and he's into like inflation, which is really weird. You should just look that up later. I don't even want to know. We're not talking about this.
Do you know what that is?
So you want me to Google inflation porn?
I think
you should do that on your own.
No, but that's what you want me to Google? I don't know what that is.
Wait, I want to know what it is. I have no idea.
You have to convince your friend to tell me.
I will tell you that.
No, let's just get a good Google definition. Or.
It's like
What is inflation porn? Inflation first. No, it's talking about economics, man.
I was like,
that part would make sense, but no, it's when you nut in someone, it's like in hentai, like their like stomach grows because of it. Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's really weird.
Like in a cartoony or in real life?
No, like in anime, like in hentai, like when you do that, like their stomach expands because of like all of the
semen.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's just some weird obsession. I guess the people that like that is just like some weird obsession with them.
That's the first time I've ever heard anything like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not even sure.
No,
Definition of
it's
that.
really weird. I wouldn't recommend watching any of it. I had to look it
I
up.
probably would not.
But
Hentai.
hentai.
Hentie. Hentai.
Hentai.
Tai. Okay, hentai. Okay.
Hentai. Yeah.
I feel so out of it. I don't know any of this stuff.
I don't know. I don't even know. I never even heard of this until now.
I don't know. Maybe
I heard of
just 'cause
anime
I'm-
porn. I never heard of
Maybe
hentai.
just because I'm Japanese, but like
It's possible.
it's interesting.
Are
a
you
lot of
any?
people know
Are
about
either one of you bi-curious?
I'm bisexual.
And how do you know? Have you ever experimented with a girl?
Yeah, I've had 2 girlfriends in the past. I mean, they were like early high school, like middle school even, but I knew from like when I was even like a child that I was into anyone.
Anyone.
Not anyone, and everyone, but you know, like any gender, anyone of any gender.
Okay. So you would date a transgender?
A transgender person? Yeah, sure.
So anyone. So isn't that pansexual?
Well, transgender people are the gender. They're transitioning from one gender to or one sex
Right.
rather to a gender,
Right.
right? And so they're just a different gender.
Right.
So they're like, let's say they're non-binary. Well, bisexual actually means 2 or more genders, and there's a difference between like omnisexual or pansexual. Those are like pansexual is all genders. Omnisexual is like I want to say like 5 or more. I don't know what omni is. Sorry, I'm like kind of stupid in math sense.
There's too
but
much.
Need 5 or more. What else?
5 or more genders, and then and then
Learn something new every day.
bisexual is 2 or more. So you know, there's
Okay. Do you think body count matters? Since you said you talked about it, so you think body count matters?
Well, if it's above 60, I would definitely consider it a little weird, but
What do you consider a decent body count for a guy for you to date him?
at my age, I would say like 5 or under.
5 or under, and you?
Well, I think it should never be discussed. I think it shows insecurity potentially, especially if it's asked in a relationship. And
In a relationship sense, yeah.
Wait, so when you're dating someone, it's disrespectful to ask somebody what their
not
body count is?
disrespectful at all. I just think it's like none of your business.
While you're in a relationship?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, I think you should not because I don't know. It's like everyone. I don't know. I just think it's like no one's business.
No, I
And
understand.
I have had my guy friends tell me like there's well over 100. Like they don't talk about their body counts, but
Right.
you know, you just know that they sleep with a lot of girls.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is,
And-
I just talked about this on a recent podcast. Guys flex. Half the shit we say is fucking bullshit.
Wait, so that's why if a
We-
guy's telling you,
yeah, we don't. We
and
just
also
flex.
everyone lies. So also
No.
That's a
This is
whole
what I was
factor.
trying to explain on the previous pod. Girls lie to decrease their numbers.
Yes.
Guys lie to increase their
increase.
numbers. We want to seem like a player. You guys want to seem like an innocent.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
whatever ours is, divide that shit by half.
Yeah.
You multiply it by 2. That's the truth.
That is 100% a fact. Like, put in a freaking textbook for sure.
Teaching in Bible
but-
study.
But that's why it shouldn't even be brought up because everyone's gonna lie, and then
Yeah.
everyone has like different opinions on it. Like the guy friend that I'm talking about, he said he would never marry a girl that had a body count over 10.
And he told you that his is over
But he-
100.
No, I just know. He's been like my best friend for a long
Oh,
time,
so
kind of
yeah.
thing.
Ooh.
Like it's not like and like so that's to your point.
Mhm.
That is the truth.
And wait, so
that's
that
why-
offends you that he had a body count over 100, but
No,
he
not at
prefers.
all.
No, that wasn't the question. So my question was, it bothers you that he had a body count over 100, but he wants a girl to marry under 10.
No, I actually think that that's like I would think that that's how most guys are.
100%.
I know that. Yeah, like I think like yeah, like that's why I don't want to know my boyfriend's body count, but also like if I found out it was like 10, like I'd
You'd be upset.
No, I'd
Oh, you'd be happy.
upset because it's very low. Is that weird? Like that just means like I don't know, you don't have game.
Whoa!
It's true.
For me, I
Like
think,
okay, I don't have a specific number also, but I feel like 10 is low for a guy that's also
How old is
38.
he? Let's say, 38?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hella low.
Right? So, like, that's what I mean. It's not like
Yeah,
I'm
it's
really opinionated on the matter of, like, what number is perfect, but it's like, that's what I don't want to know.
Okay, but I also want to ask you guys this, both of you. When we're talking about body count, does oral sex count?
No.
some people say halvesies, and I just think that's kind of bullshit. Because
What's
like,
halvesies?
halvesies, like half a body because of like oral or like finger, whatever. Like I just think it's kind of bullshit. Like, oh, you sucked his dick, but you're saying it's a halvesy. Like of course you can consider that on your own and be like, oh yeah, like I count this personally, but it's just like, why are you gonna say 7.5?
Maybe he has a small dick.
Checks out.
Yeah.
I feel like do halves like ever happen? Like, do people
Consider
ever just have
I
a
think
oral
if you
sex?
just put the tip.
Why would
Just the
anyone
interest.
be in a situation where it's only the tip goes in?
That's a half, I think.
Okay,
But,
but
like,
I've got 3.5.
But why would
What
wait?
3.5?
But why like?
What do you mean 3.5?
How did you get to that point and then it not go further?
No, what are you talking about? Some people.
What?
I've had shit like that.
Wait, what?
I couldn't get it up because I was just like, dude, I was just
Oh.
like, I was too drunk, and I'm like, I just can't get
Oh,
it up.
that's
That's
when you
actually what
take
happened.
With
That's actually
what?
what fucking
blue
happened.
pill.
What do you
That's
mean?
funny.
With him, the guy you were talking?
Yeah.
Every time?
The half, like it's like that was the situation.
That doesn't count then, I think.
I don't know.
Because
I
I'm not.
mean,
Because
I
that's.
say consider it whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
to do,
true.
like,
Everyone has their own. Now we're getting a little open. It's good. So red flags. Let's talk about red flags.
Oh,
What do you consider a red flag at the age of 18?
If they're just a dick, like.
That's
why
too
are-
general. Be specific. What is it?
I mean,
We're all
okay,
dicks.
if they're disrespectful, let's say that we're walking side by side on the sidewalk, and he just keeps walking even though there's like a person and their dog walking towards us, and I move over to the side, and he just keeps walking, and I'm like,
So your red
that's just
flag
kinda
is
like-
your red flag for a guy is he has no sense of direction.
no manners, or like let's say he treats service workers bad. I work at Starbucks, so I'm not trying to like, I don't want to be with someone or be talking to someone and that just has no respect for other people. I'm like, what do you mean you're fucking like 18 or 19 and you have no like common sense of how to treat people nicely?
So manners.
Like, even if you're faking it, like just be nice.
Okay. And what anything else in terms of red flags?
I would definitely consider the way that they talk about women.
Ooh, yeah, we all failed.
I mean, you gotta consider, like, oh, he's talking about, like, women in a really derogatory manner that doesn't sit right with me. I
Okay.
mean, it shouldn't in the first place, obviously, but, like, overall, like, I don't want to be even friends with this person, let alone be in something romantic or sexual with them.
Okay, but can I counter you? Do you guys not talk shit about guys behind our backs?
There's a difference between talking shit about a guy, especially when there's good reason, even if there's not the best reason, and talking negatively about men as a whole.
So you don't talk about men as a whole negatively?
Occasionally, actually, I do.
Okay.
But usually it's just kind of like, I don't know, politicians. It's not just like, oh, I hate all men. Or like that whole kill all men thing. Like, I think that's fucking stupid. Because you can't just hate half of the whole fucking earth. That's not, you can't just go through life just hating on this one specific sex. Like, you just can't do that. You're not gonna fucking survive in this world.
Yeah, that's true. And you? Red flags?
I love your cat, by the way, but
He steals the show. A lot.
okay, I think like realistic red flags, because I don't know, I don't know, you don't just get a red flag from someone when you like meet them right away. So I sound so Gen Z for saying this, but like a guy's Instagram, that could be the biggest red flag ever. So if I was interested in a guy and I saw that his Instagram was like all of him and his bros, like shirtless pictures, just looks like he like literally is
Walked
going
out
out
of a frat
in
house.
like clubs in Miami every single night and like trying to post pictures with random hot girls that like literally don't even know his name. Just like that kind of vibe, or like holding bottles, like yeah, oh my god, like pictures in a club, bottle service pictures.
Digital footprint.
No, just that kind of stuff. I feel like it's very telling. Of
What's your
personality.
Instagram like? I didn't have you as a friend. What do you have on your Instagram? Do you have any bikini pictures?
Of course. But we are not the same. Body count says it all. A guy should have a bigger body count and girls want to have less. Like in the dating world, like guys and girls are not, like everything's not the same.
Yeah, but you just said that's a red flag for you. That's a red flag for us also.
So, okay, also, say a guy likes every single girl's bikini picture that's in a relationship. I
That's
think
obviously, yeah. And who
like
who
that's
does it?
different than like guys shouldn't post pictures like that because it's kind of weird.
Right.
So it's different, especially social media is so different. Honestly, every guy should delete their Instagram. No.
We think that about women.
Really?
Yeah. Who gets more attention? Who flexes more on Instagram?
Girls.
Exactly.
100%.
So why should
it's
we
a
be?
girls' world on there,
100%.
guys.
So why
that
should
are in
we?
relationships should butt out.
Why should we delete our Instagram? You guys should delete your
Because
Instagram.
If you're in a relationship, then you're causing a lot of problems by being on Instagram, and yeah, it makes sense.
I understand your point of view. I just think like
Girls.
no, the main point though is like I understand that because like how she mentioned the body count, like respectively, like you lie so that it's more attractive to the other person. That's what I'm saying. It's less attractive for the guy, or like the red flag, right? About like the guy having like those in his highlights or pictures like that up, and he probably knows that's not, or maybe he doesn't, but probably knows that that's not the best way to attract someone that he's trying to attract.
We know this.
But we also know damn well that those bikini pictures too are attracting them. And so it's like vice versa, we're we're trying to work towards that, like both being attracted and both sharing those traits, like switching it around, like you're lying or posting this in order to attract the other, and you're not posting this or you're lying about this to attract the other person. I just think it works like that.
What if it's one picture of the body, the rest is all conventional, normal pictures?
That's fine.
That's fine.
It's like if you're looking at a guy's Instagram, it's all one thing. Because also, like Instagram world, girls care a lot more, and even if a guy cares a lot, like that would be weird. I don't know. It's just like social media. I think girls put in a lot more work, potentially, not all girls. But like not.
Oh yeah, we don't think at all when we post.
Yeah.
We just post.
So
We're not that smart.
it's weird if a guy is super like into his content,
Right?
And like
That's a red flag or a green flag? If he's super
red
into
flag, but also
red
there's
flag.
different.
Okay.
Like
That I agree.
you have a podcast. Like obviously your social media is very important to your.
Oh, I know
job,
it's a red
like,
flag. I have girls on
No,
every other. I know
it's
a red
not
flag.
because
I'm not
it
an
makes
idiot.
sense why you do it.
Right, but it's still a red
if you're
flag.
just like a normal guy that's like working a desk job and you're just like like what should I make my caption, bro?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I don't know. I think that's where.
Oh
it's,
yeah,
like a little different, where it's like
Yeah.
you hear a girl say that and that's just like what we say or can. I feel like not all girls. That's kind of an extreme of some girls, but it's different. Social media is a different world.
It's a fake world. Honestly, it needs to be deleted.
Yes.
But I know you guys are.
All guys, just for the guys.
I knew she was gonna say that. Okay, so let's move on. Bad sex stories. You already told me your teeny tiny weenie story.
It's not the only thing.
Tell me more. Go ahead.
We got this one guy.
We got this one guy. There's organization.
That's actually, that's the one guy that I hooked up with after my ex and I broke up. I was in a really bad spot and he liked me. I mean, actually, we met through some friends and we went to the gym together for the first time and then like with the friends. And after that, like I want to say like a month after, I just got into the hospital for like mental health issues, and I started talking to him, he started talking to me, and just like we talked for like a day, and then we were like trying to hang out. And hang out, when I mean like hang out, I just mean hang out. Like I didn't want to do anything really. And we met up, and then he came over to my house, and we were supposed to go to the mall instead, but then you're just like, oh, do you want to watch a movie? And I was like, okay. Because I was like, what else am I gonna do, like sit here and read a book? Because he knew I was avoiding him. I like went and like I did everything that I fucking could. I like left him in my room and I like went and brushed my teeth. I just like went and did the dishes. I like went and like was like, are you hungry? Like I can make something, But then he was really insistent on the movie, and so we watched a movie and he started like creeping, and I was like, okay. And then it just like kind of went that direction, and I wasn't incredibly into him. I mean, we talked for like a day. I found him attractive before that, but we talked for a day, and I was just like about the sex, because he was he was saying some really interesting shit. He was like, and I'm into like guys talking during sex, right? But he was saying like some Wattpad ass shit. He was like, you're just my dirty little slut, aren't you? And he was like, good girl. And I was like, I literally told him, I stopped him mid of it, and I was like, shut the fuck up.
You said that?
I said that to him. And he was like, am I doing anything wrong? And I was like, stop saying that shit. Stop. And that wasn't even the first time. That was the second time I told him to stop saying that stuff. And he was like not getting it. And then he was saying it. And I was like, okay, this is still a thing that's happening right now. And yeah. And after that, it was just super awkward. Not because of like all the stuff that he said, but it was just like,
Never followed up with him after that?
it was kind of like an emotional bad thing. So like he was kind of like, I feel easy, like you just wanted to fuck. And I was like, actually, that's how I felt. And
About
so
you.
now we're just both in this boat, and he just still thinks that I'm the bad guy. And I just was like, well, you can believe what you want, but I know in my heart that I really didn't mean to hurt you. And I know you didn't mean to hurt me, but like I didn't mean for it to come off as me using you or you being easy. If anything, I felt that way. And we just kind of like went our separate ways, kind of like really negatively.
Happens.
One more thing that he said was, is it too big?
His penis or your room?
His penis. And I was like, what the fuck? Because you don't just say
Did it
like,
hurt?
No, but he was just like, is it too big? Like he laughed about it and I was like, yeah.
So you thought it was stupid to even ask? Like, what a dumb question.
I'm like, why are you like, it's almost like he was trying to like
Show
brag
off.
to me.
Yeah,
like
100%.
show off.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
he sounds
was
young.
like asking me for validation with
Right,
that
right.
question, and I was not about to just like, it was just a weird way to get validation through that specific question, and I was not having it.
It
Well-
wasn't like to be nice.
It
Well, can I ask you something now? Was it big?
was average.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, poor guy.
Your turn.
Let's go. Spill.
It's like,
Guys, I
take a
don't think I
sip
have
before
any.
Oh, come on.
I, like-
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Really?
Like, fine.
Oh, lucky.
Bad
Some
sex
better
stories?
than others. Sometimes you get surprises and they're like, you know,
Lucky girl.
small. But like, it's still fine.
How big do you guys want the guy's penis to be?
Can't be too big, but like, can't be small.
Give me
Like,
a size
a
wise.
little bigger than average.
What is average to you? Everybody anatomically is a little different.
I would say like 5
That's
I
good
don't
for you.
know like what that is.
inches. 5 inches.
It's like a
It's like a Snickers bar.
Okay, we're gonna talk objects. Perfect. Like a remote control,
Yeah, that's fine.
like a TV, like a Fios.
A TV? You want a TV
A
size?
Fios. It's probably really solid.
Okay.
I don't really fucking care about it. I mean, it's the motion
Not
of
a
the
Roku.
ocean.
It's how they perform, right?
Plus, okay, this one guy, yeah, I just like it wasn't that big, and like, you know, the actual sex wasn't incredibly satisfying, but I mean, everything else was great, you know. I kind of gave him like redemption, not redemption, I don't want to say it, but like that's mean, but like, yeah, he was great in everything else.
Yeah, I feel like there's one guy that comes to mind specifically that was like literally the smallest thing ever,
Really?
and he was actually like it was not bad sex because he knew how to
No, yeah.
or compensate in other ways because it's like he obviously knew. So yeah, actually it was fine.
Okay, I want to ask you guys a question because I know it's going to sound stupid, but this is a valid question because a lot of girls actually, you'd be surprised.
Shoot.
Have you guys actually ever had an orgasm?
Yes, 100%.
I don't know if it's the antidepressants, but I have not. I mean, there's like been a couple times where I've been like, I think that I have.
You probably did.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's like, oh, you would really know. And I'm like,
No, you would
okay,
know.
then, like, I can't even do it by myself. So, you know, maybe it really is the antidepressants.
Which one are you
Could be.
on? Because there's
Or
a
I
certain one.
was on,
Sertraline, Zoloft, or
I was on
fluoxetine?
sertraline.
Yeah, it causes it.
I was on Prozac.
Definitely causes it.
I was on 2 SNRIs.
Venlafaxine?
No.
Effexor?
I was on, what's it called? It's not Abilify. It's...
No, that's antipsychotic.
Yeah, sorry, antipsychotic. I was on a different SNRI. Oh, Wellbutrin.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That's for the guy, though. It makes you have a erectile dysfunction.
Oh, really?
It makes it a hard time because it uses so much dopamine in your brain that you just don't get aroused anymore by women. So it might have the same mechanism of action in the female.
Even like Adderall, I feel like if I
Oh, yeah,
Adderall,
I've
I
had
have a hard time.
a lot
I
of
was on
problems.
Adderall for a while too. I had a bad problem with it for a little bit.
Yeah, I literally took it like 2 days ago.
Oh,
Definitely.
we both have ADHD. That's why too. So
The funny thing is ADHD is not a real disease. I'll tell you about
it's not
that
a
later.
disease, but it is a spectral psychological disorder.
It's an excuse. I don't
I
think it's
kind of agree
Sure,
with you.
okay.
I kind of agree with you. But also, no, yeah, I feel like I actually kind of agree with you.
But then say, why is...
We're not here to talk about that science stuff, all right? We're talking
Okay,
about...
I'm sorry.
I know you wanna get into it.
psychology. I'm
We'll
really
pencil
into
that one.
psychology.
Okay, you're young, but is there anything you actually want a guy to do in the bedroom to you? It turns you on.
And choking, I like that. Actually, I like choking them.
You like choking guys.
Yeah.
Have you...
It's not like a
No,
a
I
violent
know,
thing, but you know, yeah.
So, have you ever had... Have you been choked before?
Yeah.
Have you ever passed out?
No.
Do you want to pass out?
No.
Because a lot of girls would find that interesting. They're into like... I think it was Bella
It
Date.
is interesting. I've like nearly, and that feeling was really nice. But I don't think I would actually want to like fully pass out. But the feeling right beforehand, I think that's what they're really trying to achieve.
Anything else besides choking and...
I mean, I'm into some like little bit more kinky stuff, but I mean, like realistically, choking and hair pulling, like that's what most guys are like. Yeah, I can do that, you know, or like they'll do it on their own anyways.
And you? What kind of fetishes do you have in the bedroom?
We're not gonna get into all of that.
Spill!
Right? I
general
like
level.
when guys are so more dominant. I find it very attractive and manly. I don't think I would ever enjoy vice versa. Like if a guy asked me to be like super like dominant and they were submissive, I would do it like once in a while if it was like a boyfriend and like to be nice. But like I would find that very unattractive actually, I think. Like I just like a guy to be super aggressive.
Choke me, mommy. Like.
Yeah, and like also I feel like
I don't think
I want choking is like fine, but I don't know.
Okay, so I noticed white girls don't like it. Asian
Okay,
girls like
also because when they do it, it's like there's like literally, you know, like
That's
place
why
their
I
hand here,
that's
so
why
it's
I
kind
teach
of
them.
weird.
No, that's not choking. Choking is what
No,
she's talking about.
exactly. So it's
I almost
like-
lost my life type of shit. I
No,
kind of like
exactly.
it.
So then when they do it like that, it's like kind of just like, is this like play? Is this pretend?
No.
Like,
You gotta get the
what's-
rough
what's even
guys.
the point?
You gotta call them out when you do it, like little bitch.
I can never call them that. Wait, I would feel so bad, but I should work on that.
Have you guys ever faked an orgasm? I mean, like I'm sure you have or haven't. You've never, because you don't know. Okay. Have you ever faked an orgasm just to get it over
Okay,
with?
maybe when I was like younger and like just starting to have sex, but now no. Like if a guy can't, okay, say I just took an Adderall or something, and, like I just wouldn't. I'd be like, okay, like let's just move on from this. But hard no. Like a guy should know that he's not giving me an orgasm, and I'm not gonna pretend because you should give me one.
How long do you think a guy should last?
Is it like a quickie? Is it morning sex? I think like 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
And you?
The less is okay. Like it happens.
I get tired pretty fast. I mean, I can't come, so like I'm like, you know, like I'm not trying to. I know that I'm not achieving anything over here, you know, but like, I mean, I like to feel good for as long as I can, and you know, I don't really have a problem with it, just as long as he's being safe and responsible about it.
You sound like a commercial.
But yeah, I mean, it's not really a big deal if you do that, then you do that. But I mean, if we can keep going after, then that's cool too.
Yeah, you definitely need to have an orgasm, I'm telling you. Because once you get your first orgasm, that super long 3-hour shit, you're gonna be like, nah, I can't do that no more.
I don't either way.
You're still young. You'll get
I
over
get
it.
tired pretty fast, so it's no problem with me if he doesn't last either.
For me, I know you said Adderall doesn't let you come, right?
I mean, not all the time, but it's just
Same for me. But the thing is, for me, I could have sex for like 12 hours.
Oh,
because
yeah.
it doesn't come out.
Yeah.
And then
100%.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, they feel good. I feel terrible.
Life's not fair sometimes.
Okay, what is your biggest insecurity?
Like physical?
Physical, yeah, for sure. Unless you have personality issues that you want to discuss. But we're talking
Where do
about...
we start? I'm totally kidding. I don't know.
Mine, I mean, like bedroom-wise or just in general?
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, bedroom-wise.
I don't know how I taste.
Down there? Damn, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I have no way of knowing how they're, like...
Well, do
No.
you shower before you?
Typically, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't really like...
That's a good question.
I kind of like the hands more. I'm not too into, like, getting head or anything.
Do you like giving head?
I like the reaction.
Oh, yeah.
I like to know that I'm doing well. But besides that, I mean, it's... You're sucking on someone else's appendage. Like, I don't know if it's if it can be incredibly enjoyable. But I like their reaction, yeah.
She said a lot for a young girl. And then your biggest insecurity in the bedroom?
That was a good answer.
That was actually a really good
feel
answer.
like, I don't know, like my butt could be bigger.
That one. What made you get a tramp stamp?
I was manic. I was manic during this time. This is right before I went into the hospital again for like the second, or actually third time rather, and third and last time.
Episode, right? That's what you're talking about?
Manic episode.
Right.
I was totally not in my right mind, but I was somehow enough to get a good design, and I'm happy with the design at least, but definitely was totally out of the blue, and I think that's also what got me through the 5 hours of pain of, yeah.
And you're okay knowing what it represents?
Yeah.
So technically, you would be okay having a hoe phase? Is that what you're saying? Metaphorically?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm whole phase like with sex or without? Like, what do you?
How do you have a hoe phase? You know what I mean? A hoe phase, right? You sleep with a bunch of dudes.
Oh, I consider it different.
Oh, what do you consider a hoe phase?
I like talking to a bunch of dudes.
What? That's not a hoe phase.
That's life.
Yeah, that's like normal.
Okay, then I haven't had a whole phase. Like,
talking to a bunch of dudes.
I
Everybody
get
does.
it. Like you're like playing a bunch of guys and whatever, but
She's such a kid, right?
I mean, maybe in the future sometime, but like I'm not like aiming towards it. But like it's a really nice back piece, I'll admit.
It's nice. It's cute.
And it's like a cyber sigilistic kind of design, so I'm really into that.
Okay.
My semicolon's similar.
I was gonna follow up because you actually mentioned the next question. Have you ever had a hoe phase? Well, I know you're gonna say you had a hoe phase.
yeah. What do you mean?
I thought you were gonna say nah. I'm not gonna.
Wait, of course, it builds character and it's very important.
So do you think?
True.
Do you think all girls should have a hoe phase?
Okay, I do and I don't, because there's some girls that are just so content with like, and this is like people like down the line, they've been married for like 60 years, like they didn't need anyone else. But I think in the world we live in today, I think it's important to have a hoe phase. But also, if you like find the love of your life in high school and get married, like you'll probably get a divorce, but
Oh, yeah,
you
for
know.
sure.
But like that, also there are times that works out, so it's great. But I do think people need a hoe phase. I think it's just like one, you get to experience a lot of different.
Get to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah,
in
but
life.
also like just emotions, like
Right.
how you feel, like one night stand, walk of shame, like all those things like really make you a well-rounded person potentially. Potentially, it's fun. Also, it's like they're just stories that and things that you probably can't experience when you're older too.
Yeah,
so it's just like life experiences.
Okay.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that it's not about like the sex really, it's the emotional standpoint too. It's like you're getting these experiences, you're getting to know, like personally as a service worker, like I meet new people every single day, and I wouldn't have really like thought about like people, humans in general, or people, how they think if I didn't have this job and if I wasn't getting this opportunity, because I just wouldn't have considered it too much, like thought deeply. Like I think about the people that I meet every single day and how differently their lives are, and I just think it really gives you an opportunity to get to know other people, and I think it's fun. But emotional standpoint, again, like you just kind of gotta go through it.
And even like the sex standpoint, it's like then you kind of
Know what you want.
Yeah, you start like figuring out your likes and dislikes, but also then you start like, I think I started feeling like less nervous then to have sex. I guess like over time, obviously, like you get more comfortable with one person. If you're in a relationship, like it does get better. I actually do think that, but then like sex isn't as big of a deal, and you're kind of just like a chiller person.
For sure. You need to get out of your system. Okay, I'm going to ask a question. I want you guys to be fully honest. I'm talking to you. When you guys are in a relationship, honestly, speak on behalf of women, do you guys ever check out other guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Elaborate.
I mean, you're gonna find other people attractive, and people are attractive. I think that human beings are beautiful. Like, I don't know.
Do you lie to your spouse if they ask you, did you check that person out?
I've never been asked that, but I wouldn't lie to them, no.
You wouldn't lie.
No.
Okay.
You've lied.
Well, listen. I wouldn't like check someone out with the intention of wanting anything with this person, but also like, what does checking them out even mean? Like stalking their Instagram,
No,
or
not
like
to that degree.
they
Like,
walk
you look
by and you're
like,
just like,
that's a fine piece of meat.
and you're just like, you're attractive, yeah, for sure. And also, I have had a guy ask me like, were you just checking him out? And I think I said, yeah. And then they just say, you do it too, because it's true.
Oh, I respect honesty.
Like you can't, like every guy does it.
I mean, I lie.
And also, it's like we buy. Okay, she is like really okay. If a girl walks by and she's really like,
I don't want to
nice
hurt people's
boobs.
feelings. So if somebody asks me, like, did you check her out? I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, that's nice. Actually, that's a really good answer. Well,
that's a better answer
you
than.
You just told me you were lying, but still.
It's just more respectful. I just don't say shit.
Yeah, because then it's like, why? Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Huh, maybe I'll start doing that.
Okay, last question. How do you guys feel about Andrew Tate?
Who's that? Who is that?
Bitch, what?
I live under a rock? Who's that?
You do live under a rock?
This is a question about this person.
Okay, you go then if she doesn't know.
Wait, can you tell me who this is?
My friend is really into him, and we've had some debates about it. And while I do think that a lot of people get most of their information on him or like thoughts about him from like clips that are really like, you know, they could be way more broadened, you know, I think that he both says a lot of shit to get famous and like to get attention, both negative and positive, because I think he said before, like, oh, like any negative attention, like, you know, you're celebrity, like you're getting attention either way. And that's a lot of people's mindset, but I just think I don't fuck with him. Like he has some pretty interesting standpoints, and while some of them are good, because, you know, like most people have good viewpoints, at least some, you don't have to be going on camera and saying this kind of stuff, because it's more of the point that like other people watch him, and it's that these other people, these like younger people, are taking this way more to heart than they should. Like it's both negative and positive attention, but some of these people are like die-hard fans, and I'm like, you are taking this a little bit too far, you know, like you shouldn't be divulging into all of this stuff and just like adopt that whole like viewpoint on everything. Be your own person. Like don't just make premeditated decisions or like premeditated like everything perspective for things that you personally haven't experienced and you're just taking from someone else's word.
But you see, the thing is, he tries to give his message to the people who have been through what he's talking about. Guys who have been rejected by women.
But some people don't get that, right?
Like who?
A lot of guys. A lot of guys are just like...
Like, I personally listened to... The reason why I became interested in him is he said, oh, women...
Because you've been through that.
Yeah, he said this and that. I was like, oh, yeah, women treat me like shit all the time. And then when he said it, I was like, oh, I guess it's not just me. Because when I was growing up, this one would say some shit about me. This one was... And I was just like, oh, I guess I'm not alone in this world. So
No,
that's
and
the
I
people
think
who...
That's great that you get to feel like you're accepted and that you have had these experiences other people have.
Right.
But some people just take it way more to heart than they should. And I just think that, like, I'm on those people. I'm like,
right.
You
the
shouldn't
cult,
be...
cult
yes, the cult mindset. I'm like, just back down a little bit, okay? Like, he's not trying to, like, start, like, it's not the word of God, you know?
Yeah.
Can you show me his like Instagram?
You don't know who Andrew Tate is? Like legit?
Literally, I've never even heard.
I've heard girls fake it on this podcast. Like, oh my god, like who is that? But then you're really
no,
legit,
I
like,
swear
No.
on anything I
I
love.
trust her with this. She definitely
the
doesn't.
bald guy who talks shit about women.
What's he famous for?
Talking shit about women.
But like, what did he do it on?
TikTok.
What the hell is this guy?
Wow, you dummy.
Wait, is he? Do you like him? You said yeah, kind of. Okay, I'm gonna do a
obviously
deep
there's points
dive
I disagree
tonight.
with him on.
So he
No,
got
that's what I'm
famous from
saying.
TikTok,
Yeah.
and now he's just like public.
But that's what I'm saying. You get it. Like, you're not just adopting all of his viewpoints and all of his beliefs and taking everything so hard to
Obviously,
heart.
the hardcore ones are going to be younger, your age.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It hits close to home for you, and that makes total sense. Like, you know, there's YouTubers out there that might be, like, they might have a little bit of some negative viewpoints on certain things, but, you know, overall, they help people, and they help people understand themselves, and they, you know, they provide a safe space. But, again, the more impressionable people, it's too much.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Wait, is this not his like
And that
actual
goes for
Instagram?
anyone. That goes for anyone. Any celebrity, anyone.
Anyone that kind of holds a cult. He's influential, but I do get your point.